When last we checked in with our orcish sentinel, he was journeying through Caldera on the way to Ald Ruhn for a Blades quest, and got occupied with some questing along the way. So today we will conclude that and continue onward toward Ald Ruhn, hopefully. As long as the engine holds up, mind you, because boy do I have a lot of mods on this skeleton. Hope everybody's having a good morning. Onward we go. I just noticed, is that a steel? Yeah, there's a broken flame sword as decoration in this pub, which is quite nice, actually. Actually, that's Serene.
Welcome.
That's probably
Please
her
don't be
old
shy. I'm listening.
Blades active service. We're not in a pub. I forgot we're actually in the Blades safe house here in town. So, before we move on with our quest toward Ald Ruhn, we had a lady that we saw standing in the middle of the wilderness outside of one of the town's outer gates. We're going to check in on her real quick, just to ensure that there's nothing else that is needed at the moment. So that was down by Halismod. So we're going to check in on them.
Glory and honor, Emperor.
Yeah, we saw them across from the wall here. There she is. My dear,
What
it's
say
dangerous
you?
out here. What are you doing?
Excuse me, can you help me? I've been robbed by some notorious thieves.
Perhaps.
Yes, just a few hours ago, I was robbed. I'm certain it was the group led by the Khajiit, Drogir. They stole all of my jewelry, but most importantly, they got 2 family heirlooms of mine.
Ah.
They've been in my family for years. If you can return them to me, I'd gladly pay you their weight in gold.
Gold is not the issue. We will get your belongings because it's the right thing to do.
You will? Excellent. I believe their hideout is somewhere east of Caldera, although none of the local authorities have been able to find them. No great surprise there.
Ah, so she doesn't have much esteem for the Imperials, probably why she isn't reporting it, and is looking across the mountains longingly to her items. Chuck Connor says, "Whoa, buddy, what's going on, Chuck? How's it going?" Raphael Schnoll says, "Good morning, Vietnam. Good morning, Vardenfell."
Yes, that scoundrel. He's got my
Indeed.
family heirlooms, and I want them back.
We will get them back. Who is Drozir?
Yes, that scoundrel. He's got my family heirlooms, and I want them back.
You said these are notorious thieves.
They've still got my jewels. Perhaps I'll get them back one day.
Alrighty, so let's see if we can't get some information here in town. She had mentioned that they're in a den somewhere to the east of Caldera, which probably puts them in this mountainous Foyana. We do have some Rising Force potions to assist with that, if need be. We're going to check in with the guards, whom she called useless. Oh, I have a reputation point in Morrowind. How quaint already. State your business. We're looking for Drozir.
I've heard of him. Rumor has it he's holed up somewhere around town with his band of thugs. They say he's in some caves to the east of town on the other side of the hills. I'd just as soon avoid him myself. Serve the Emperor.
Yes,
and
she,
the Emperor's
still an
love.
odd placement for an NPC. She is vanilla, right? Yes, this is a vanilla quest. Yeah, she's decided to just stand outside of town, outside the safety of the guards. Which I can't say I approve of. She
Don't
should go back
stand
to
about.
town. We'll handle this. She should go back to town. First, let us dispose of some of these pesky cliff racers. They choose to do much more than float around being an absolute nuisance. We are hungry, so we're going to go ahead and eat some bread. We're We're going to go ahead and eat 2 loaves of bread. We're very hungry. There we are. And I'm not too worried about thirst because we'll be taking care of that here very soon. As soon as we have to take a Rising Force potion. So we have a campsite. Perhaps the bandits camped here after robbing her. Morrow Chads are feasting this day. Indeed, we are. It's been a hell of a good month for Morrowind modding, I'll tell you. Hell of a fine month. Foul creatures. I'll never get used to them. Yeah, grasping fortune. Oh, it's so good. I'll tell you, TR just keeps upping the ante, don't they? They just keep upping the ante. To the point where they're not going to... At a certain point, they're not going to be able to top themselves anymore. This one came right up on me. No chance at anything. Onward. So we have successfully made it into the Ashlands. Let's catch our breath. Yeah, we brained the foul creature. He was indeed brained. He will not interfere in our mission to help this maid. Briefly catch our breath here. More of the foul beast floating around as always. The authorities of Morrowind must do something about this menace. Foul breath of this beast poisoned me. They ought to find themselves an exterminator saint. Indeed, and perhaps it could be me. If they... Yeah, bad hygiene ailment. Yeah, did you see that foul breath come off of him? Literally gave me a poison. Disgusting creature. Should brush his teeth more often. Indeed he should. Disgusting the way he goes, oh? Oh my. We have a veritable flock of heathen cliff racers here, don't we? Dodge the tail attack there. Foul beast. And this Netch just minds his own business. The Netch and the Scrib are having a good conversation, I hope. Yep, Dungeon Kino ahead. Where is a toothbrush? Saint bringing the glory of flossing to Morrowind's wildlife. In desperate need. Look at all of them. Half of your battles with these creatures are cliff racers. Again, and he's on us right off the bat. It's too bad his weapon is only chitin. Which is why I tend to mod them as only aggressive when sick. Oh, that's a good idea. That is a good idea, buddy. Because they are fucking awful. There's just way too many of them. Of course, we have to ask the question, would it even be Morrowind anymore if we didn't have a cliff racer attack every 5 steps? Would it even be Morrowind? Crossbow is really not doing too well right now. We are going to have a blunt weapon battle with this Bosmer. The last Bosmer nearly killed me. This one seems less effective. I still don't know what's going on with this horrific blunt with random numbers generation. 48 blunt weapon skill and almost full stamina. And we can't hit this. Oh, I forgot. I'll tell you what it is with Bosmer. They have a instant 10 sanctuaries, what it is. I forgot that. Yeah, that's reincarnate. It's the same reason the orcs are so tanky. That's why. Okay. I remember now. Yeah, these bandits don't like cuirasses, do they? No, I think they feel like it limits their mobility, but it's their loss. It is their loss because they're easier pickings for me. Uh-oh. Got a big hammer boy. He wants to have a two-handed fight. Have at you then. Oh boy! Another filthy slaver. Yeah, the expression. He was upset. He was a little upset, a little mad. Again, And we will loot these bandits with abandon. They have no property rights. They are filth, thieves, and murderers. Clear conscience. You have the key to these bracers. Will you let me go free? Certainly.
Is it, friend?
Make the
Why
most
is
of
it
this
here?
moment. Wonder why that. I wonder what that fella said when he met Todd Howard at Bethesda Studios International. The Sky Oblivion, Chad. Yeah, it'd be interesting. Ah, spear. We're definitely going to want the longer range for this.
Hold still.
So the defensive stats for now. This is almost dead. We'll always welcome bread.
And the mushroom. What is it, pest?
It is. There were also Khajiit in this pit, Drozier. Does your depravity know no bounds? Drozier does not know you and does not care to know you. I don't care what you care to know. Cough up the heirlooms, brigand.
Heirlooms? Ha! Drozier has found plenty of heirlooms. They just seem to fall into his pockets. In fact, Drozier just found a few new pieces earlier today. Took them from some Nord woman. Cried like a baby, she did. Oh, my precious jewelry.
You're foul beyond
You've
measure.
met her, huh? What has that got to do with me? Drozier is in this for the cash, not for some ridiculous sentiment. No more to say to you, unless you've got a better offer.
The offer is I kill you and I take her jewels back.
Nothing else to say? Then as far as I'm concerned, you're just another victim, trespassing on my property. You'd better...
We are not friends.
We have to get away from the civilians. Up here. That will teach you. Teach you to be a brigand. Infernal Khajiits. Yeah, imagine. Like, he literally... Two of his people that he was going to sell into slavery literally were Khajiit. Two of these people were Khajiit. It's wrong regardless, but it's just... Wow, dude. Wow. Absolutely not a noble soul at all. Deserved what he fucking got. Is there anything else in this infernal cavern? Ah. Looks like we will have to use a Rising Force potion after all. Where does this go? Interesting. Is there going to be a roundabout here? What is that? Oh my goodness, what is that thing? Wow. Disturbing. I'll never get used to the bizarre insectoid life here.
Surrender your life to me and I will end your pain.
More bandits. I'm glad we came this way. The people of Caldera will be much safer now. Yes, just awesome. Yeah, very cool dungeon design. Very cool dungeon design. We're going to use a probe to make sure that we're not getting killed by this chest. We're good. And not much in there, but we'll take what we can. Now we need to head back toward the exit. Well, might want to equip a weapon, yes? And we'll go ahead and do some healing. Let's see if we can't find our way back to Caldera without taking a shortcut. We're just going to try to get there walking. See if we can't scout out any more bandits that need clearing. Oh my goodness. Quite the infestation of wildlife we have here. Thought he was going to come right at me. And then, of course, as soon as I equip the crossbow, he does. Fuckers. And that marksman's got to get better. Let's see, where are we at with marksman anyway? 32, yeah. We definitely need to work on that marksmanship. Although we're not doing as terrible with it as you would think. What strange architecture. A Daedra. We'll need silver to deal with this. Is that an Imperial fort? Let us make haste to it. It is an Imperial fort. Okay, and to get to Caldera, we need to head back south. It's Ald Ruhn. We have inadvertently made it to Ald Ruhn, but unfortunately we have a prior commitment. But we have, in a roundabout way, we've already made it to our goal. It's just not a goal we will be celebrating yet. We must return to Caldera to honor our prior commitment.
What, stranger? You there. Yes, you. I'm in need of an escort. You'll do in a pinch.
We can do that.
I am Viatrix Petilia, pilgrim. I need an escort to Ghostgate Shrine, and I need to be there in 2 days' time. I'll give you a tip when you get me there safely. I haven't got all day. Shall we go?
I suppose, yes. I would hate for you to get in danger.
Good, let's go. And be quick about it. Yes, I need to get to Ghostgate Shrine.
There's no need to be so rude. I've always hated this woman with a passion. Yeah, we're going to resist the urge to strand her someplace particularly nasty. And we're going to try to get her safely to Ghostgate. She has, 3 unique lines of dialogue, and the writer made her so unlikable. And she's very slow. She's going to be a difficult escort, for certain. But we will do our best to do our duty. Yeah, fantastic work. That is one way to look at it, for certain. Oh no, where is she? Oh my goodness. We are never going to make it back to Caldera. Oh no! Lady, please don't get lost. Where is the buff speed on other spell? Yeah, we're gonna need that. As a sentinel trying to do the right thing, we're gonna need some buff speed. That is a great idea. She has picked a very dangerous pilgrimage to be so unarmored, I will tell you. Up ahead, I see the temple beacon. We'll head in that direction. At least the temple gives them a good route through this. We'll try to be extra defensive in our... Or use the console command, watch her run with the spirit of a young scroll's Dagoth song into the sunset. Nah, we're gonna cheat as little as possible here. I should have been prepared for this, and I wasn't. That's my doing. We'll get her there. Chuck Connor says, too epic. Yeah, at this point, I've pretty much got my mod set up exactly where I want it. Like, this is really, really good stuff.
Die!
Please don't get in the way.
Die!
Boy, she is bloodthirsty, too. Do you hear her back there? Die! You are a bloodthirsty one. Do you even have a weapon? You don't. You're hand to hand. Wow! What a piece of work.
I don't know you. What do you want?
This is the famous Beacon of St. Realms. I just reminded myself to get my daily fix of Dagoth Wave. Be back in 3 minutes. That's such a great song. The Argonian on the guitars makes it.
You're not even trying.
Who says Dagoth isn't accepting of others, right? He literally put an Argonian on the guitars.
Die!
Die! I love her battle cry, man. She has no weapon at all. Like, she just comes at you fists up, ready to duke it out. And she's like, "Dah!" That's fucking crazy. Pretty sure that's Canon Nerevarine on the keyboard. It absolutely is Canon Nerevarine. 100%. Agreed. True. What's attacking us? I don't even know. What I don't need is this goofy bitch running off. Sometimes it's hard to see the reticle. I need to get that cool fancy moon and star reticle.
Ow! I don't like this. It's too quiet. We're almost there. Oh no! Back, beast. Are you okay, my dear? Oh, it's bad. It's really bad. Oh my goodness. Not as bad as Sarah Oakard. Uh-oh. Who is that? I don't even remember that one. Oh, no. This must be the famous ghost gate that keeps the demon at bay. Magnificent. Utterly magnificent. Would you like to go to the Tower of Dawn or the Tower of Dusk? You seem like a Tower of Dusk person. We'll take you there.
Can we get moving? We've a long way to go. The shrine at Ghost Gate is a symbol of Almsivi's indomitable will and power. Something you wouldn't understand. It is located within the Ghost Fence. We'll pass through the Ghost Gate and head northeast. Here, I'll mark Ghost Gate on your map, so even an idiot can't get lost.
What? The Ghost Fence was created and sustained by the divine powers of Vivek in the Tribunal. The Ordinator Grand Commander, Raylan O'Thravel, is the Tower of... As a player, I always felt it odd when a guard just stares at you and not saying anything. Yeah, it's... Well, they are Ordinators, and they are very rude, so I can understand it from their perspective. Kind of an interesting place for an Ordinator to be. Hello, sir. Thank you for the work that you do. Born into House Redoran. Understood. So she actually, this crazy lady actually wants to go into the heart of the storm. Okay. Well, you need to stay very close to me. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. There's an ash serpent. Now, guys, I have a mod called Beware the Sixth House. These guys are really, really strong. We might get our ass beat here. Just letting you all know. I think that's an ash slave. And if we can't take an ash slave, we can't take anybody. And we do have these two guards here. Yep, here we go.
You want to see that?
Yeah, they're a lot stronger than they are in base game. Wow. Oh no, look! Alright, go ahead, safe now. Come on, lady. It's safe now. Let's get you where we need to get you. Oh my goodness, this is a little taste of the end game now, isn't it? They made short work of that fiend. Indeed they did. We'll have to strive to be at their level of strength. Oh my goodness. Well, we've arrived, surprisingly enough. Here's your tip. Now leave me. Wow, she's a piece of work.
Come on. You are of no more use to me. Be on your way.
Wow. It's safe now, he said, as the red ash storm raged around him. Yeah. Well, safe is relative, but yeah, relatively safe. We are going to leave this unholy place now and get back to Caldera. Alright, what is our fastest way back to Caldera? Honestly, it's probably an intervention scroll at this point. I can't believe there's still hostile wildlife left on this trail. It's incredible. It's just never ending. And I just thought about this, but cliff racers in particular are a horrific spreader of the blight because there's not anything that can be done about them literally just flying over the ghost fence, getting infected, and coming back. Yeah, this was quite the detour. Quite the detour indeed. And again, our goal is Ald Ruhn, which is what makes this even funnier. Our goal is Ald Ruhn. So we're actually closer to our goal than we are to Caldera, which is where we need to be right now for our obligation, which is really funny. But I can't turn away someone in need of help. I just can't. I look forward to really touring these larger cities when I have time. I'm sure there's a lot of people in need of assistance in these places. Oh, it's so close. It's so close. I can reach out and touch it, literally. But we have a fair maiden to attend to. It's closing in on us. What the fuck? Yeah, the rocks make the Ashlands look 40% better. Oh, yes. I'm very happy with this particular incarnation of the Ashlands. We have a fair maiden to attend to is a quote that applies to a lot in daily life. Yes, it does. It's why I wanted to play more this weekend and couldn't for that precise reason. But it's not a bad problem to have, I'll tell you. Today is finally the day where I get to kind of do a little bit of Morrowinding in between other task days. Very excited. Yep, fair maiden to attend to describes a lot of life. Yes. By all means, yeah, no, it's... I'm sure someone else has said it first, so... By all means. We're a little gassed out, so it's going to take us a moment to hit this guy, but we're going to bring it. Yeah, there we go. The wildlife in this area is genuinely out of control. Legitimately. There we go. When we're this gas, we gotta stick with what we do best, and that's blood. Caldera. How close are we now? Oh my goodness. Yeah, this was a hell of a detour. Oh! Oh, come on! What this time? What happened?
You will speak with me now, or you shall feel the bite of my axe. When this enchantment wears off, Hiss in Deep Raid will shed some blood.
Yeah, look out for Giga Chad. Yeah, well, I don't know what's happened here, but this is the second semi-naked Nord barbarian on the road that we have encountered on this quest.
Aye, a foul witch has given me some enchanted disease, leaving me rooted to this spot. She called it Witch Wither, foul temptress. I had been her escort. She was a big woman, friendly, you know.
Oh boy.
Then the damned witch ensorcelled me, leaving me at this spot nearly naked, to display my shame to the world. Hiss in Deep Raid is not accustomed to being mocked, stranger. I shall paint the ground with her entrails.
Oh no. I can help you. I'll find you a potion that will cure your paralyzation. Yeah, big woman, friendly. Yeah, I'm sure nothing sinister there.
You have honor. I am a man of standing among my people.
I'm sure.
My father and my father's father and his father before him have had songs sung of their deeds, and I shall be no different. I distrust potions in general, but bring me one from a reputable alchemist. Release me from this bondage, and I will reward you. Then I shall cleave that whore in twain.
We're not going to cleave anybody, but I will get you out of this predicament.
You have no potion that I'd be willing to take. Hurry! I must take that witch's head from her shoulders and feed it to the rats.
Oh, goodness, buddy. Okay. Oh, okay. Big woman, friendly. Nothing sinister about that statement at all, is there? You okay, buddy? Huh. I think he's broke. If I had a septum for every naked Nord claiming to have been bewitched, I would have 2 septums. Not a lot, but weird that it happened twice. On the same road. So, discussion time, okay? Put your opinion in the chat. Discussion time. The same road, we have 2 Nords that were ensorcelled by a witch, so-called. I think it might be Random Pals Rat Replacer, but I'd have to check. Since you asked, I will look that up and I will put it in the description. For sure. But my question to the chat is, that's two Nords that basically have the same story. Is there some truth to what they are saying? Does that point to it being truthful? Or does it point to is it the same woman who had two different Nord escorts that she had to ensorcel and leave? Is that what happened? Or is it that they both Nords got friendly with her and she had to do it twice? Or are these two different magic users with two different Nords? There is a lot of ambiguity to the story, given that on the same road, the same story twice. So it makes me wonder if there's not one, some truth to what the Nords are saying, or two, that this magic user that we rescued from the other Nord just has the worst luck in the world as far as escorts go. And I can't decide which. Something doesn't add up there. Yeah, it's the same road. And here she is, actually. Here she is. I don't think it's the same woman because they are once up the road and another time down the road from her. Right, so unless you traveled back and forth, that's a good point, Raphael.
So what do you want?
And she's a healer. She's not a witch. She is a healer by trade. And there's our friend that we pounded so hard, we pounded him into the rock itself. We literally pounded his ass into the rock, into the pavement. Yeah, it looks like we're spending another night in Caldera. What an incredible detour. Incredible detour. Yeah, pancake, literally. I think it's a fun idea, and the designer just forgot they put them too close to each other. Yeah, that would never have passed a TR review. I will tell you that, Bethesda. This never would have passed the TR standards. Ravane or Tankitel or Mort, somebody would have caught that shit and been like, yeah, no. Spread that out. It does create fun headcanon, though. Yeah, second dude was near Dagon Fell or something, it wouldn't be as weird, yeah. In fact, Dagon Fell would be the perfect spot for such a thing, since it's basically Nord colonized. Another night in Caldera. Kai's checking his watch by now. He's like, I just sent this guy to get some Ashlander information. That's all I sent him there to do. Well, things happen, Caius. The fella literally could have taken a Mage's Guild guy there. What is the holdup, buddy? The holdup is I am a person of character, and people need my help. I have the power to help them. Rule 303. If you have the power, you have the responsibility.
Don't stand about. Get moving. Have you recovered my family heirlooms?
I have.
You found them. I'm so relieved. Here, please take this gold as payment. I was able to keep it hidden when the outlaws robbed me, and I'd be glad for you to have it. Thank you again.
No payment was necessary, but I appreciate it. I think it's immersive. It should take you a few days to travel between cities after all, and things happen on the road. Absolutely.
It's good to have my jewelry back.
Right, Caius has got to account for that. He's like, well, the guy's been very useful so far. So. Also, the guy literally tells me to fuck off like every other quest, to be completely fair.
I'm on duty, but go ahead.
We're actually, like, barreling through this thing. This is Caldera, home of the Caldera Mining Company. So what can I do for you? We have goods to barter. Well, we definitely made good bank on the racer plumes. The scamp skin, like just ingredients alone, we're banking out. We're going to keep that restore fatigue for a pinch. Mighty blows we're keeping for a pinch. We don't need Belt of Northern Nuck Nuck. I mean, it's nice to have, but yeah, you know what? We'll keep Northern Nuck Nuck. That's a pretty nice item. We got to do something with all these keys, man. It's dorking up my inventory. Something awful. So we're over 2,000 gold again. Very nice. Go to Skinks, get a meal, head to Serrane's, and we'll take another nap. And then we've got to head back. We've got to get a potion of cure paralyzation, and then we've got to head back up the road to Ald Ruhn.
Keep moving.
So what do you want?
Let's take a tasty soup. Yum, yum.
The Nine and the Empire.
Did those guards just acapella me? Sounded like they were in an acapella group there. Alrighty. That'll get us up at precisely 6 a.m. And we are leveling up like gangbusters here. There we are. All right. We just need to get Speechcraft up. That's what I want to focus on is Speechcraft when we train. That's where training dollars are going. Because if we can get Speechcraft to 30, we can start to really get some persuade options besides drive. Bright and early. Off back to Ald Ruhn. Days in towns are about our usual. We spent 2 days in Satanin. We spent 2 days in Pelagian. It just seems longer because we had that error that basically we had to do some redo work, and it cut the game off early because usually I play for about 2.5 hours. Last stream we got cut off. So this is actually not too bad, honestly. We spend typically about 2 days in the towns. When we actually start to do questing for the big cities, it'll be actually probably much more. And again, we're not even doing everything. We're just doing the stuff that stands out. Like we saw that woman out there standing. We said, we need to ask about that. Skink offered us a bounty. We're like, yeah, we'll do the bounty. We also need to check out Shorvar Horsemouth while we're out. Oh no!
If you want something, now's the time to talk.
6 a.m. stream, what the fuck, awesome. Pretty awesome. It's Memorial Day weekend, and I actually been busy most of the weekend, so this is actually the first day I can actually get at it. I'm hoping to have 3, count it, 3 streams today, guys, to make up for the rest of the weekend. But
Anytime
we'll see.
you're ready.
No guarantees.
Just don't keep me waiting.
What? Another person. Hey there. Yes, you. Interested in making a deal? Maybe. Look, I'm just a poor merchant trying to make my way to Narmak with some trade goods. I could use an escort, though, since mine seem to have buggered off. If you'd be willing to take me there, I'll give you... No, I shouldn't. Although it is a dangerous trip, well, all right. I'll give you the boots of blinding speed, although I'm overpaying quite a bit. You need a safe escort. You need to get there safe. I can take you to Narmak. Excellent. Although that seems to be quite a high payment, the boots of blinding speed are a rare and wondrous thing. Never mind, I've made the deal, and I'm an honest woman. Let's get going. Yeah, Memorial Day Giga stream. Yeah, I've got stuff I'll have to do, like when around 8 o'clock I'll have to get going again, because I've got some stuff, but then I'll be back. Yeah, if she is the Wither Witch. Maybe she is, yeah. That's a great theory, yes. That's me, just an... And you said you made a deal? You know the deal. You get me to Narmak, and I'll give you 50 septims. What? Oh, sorry, the boots of blinding speed, then. A wondrous pair of boots indeed, the boots of blinding speed. The name says it all. I would hate to ever part with them. Or does I think it could be fun to have those encounters appear randomly and not all at once? So when you travel the road, you're not guaranteed to run into all 5 distractions here. Yeah, like just keep them in the right place, but just randomize when they appear. Yeah, because we are getting just destroyed with distractions, with side hustle. Just destroyed. But we needed to come out this way anyway, because one of the people I wanted to see on this trip was Jorvar Horseman. And here we are. Hello, Jorvar.
This is a grand day. Greetings. Welcome. Jorvar Horsemouth is my name. Master at Arms is my trade. I'd be happy to share a little advice or Morrowind lore with a fellow blade. Or maybe you'd like to catch up on the latest rumors.
Tell me about Blade's training.
Yes, I can train you. And maybe offer a suggestion. If you're going exploring, get yourself an enchanted weapon or some scrolls or bows. Can't harm a ghost without an enchanted weapon or magic. Galbadir at the Balmora Mages Guild usually has a selection, and can also enchant items for you, if you can afford the charged soul gems she sells, and if you can afford her enchanting service.
A lot of ifs. What are the latest rumors?
I monitor smuggling along the Bitter Coast, and the job's too big for me. They move moon sugar, skooma, raw ebony, Dwemer artifacts, you name it, through La Ohad and Narmak. With the coast honeycombed with smuggler caves,
La Ohad!
Locals carrying tiny packages overland by night, I'll never catch them, but maybe you'll have better luck.
Any little secrets you want to share? Alfidel Elfhewer came to Vardenfell recently. He's one of the old Dunmer strongholds, I've heard. Alfidel is the best Nord, the best man I've ever seen with an axe. He didn't get the name Elfhewer from fancy dancing with the elves, though. He's the type you want fighting with you, but not right alongside you, if you catch my meaning. Interesting.
He's okay, sour, a worrier, but he knows his job and leaves us alone to do ours.
Fair enough. Appreciate the advice, friend. On to Narmak. She's a little faster, at least. And at least she's armed, so she can defend herself. That's all I ask. she's keeping up quite good. She's fast, but blind. Ah, yes. Yeah. Oh, nines preserve us. What is this over here? These are domestic war. Outside of a tomb. We're gonna need to investigate that, chat. We're never going to get to Ald Ruhn. We're never getting to Ald Ruhn. This is so funny. Supposed to be escorting you, madam. So allow me. Now you were so close, I know. Back to the glory of the Bitter Coast. Why are you aggroing on me? You're a net. Oh no! Betties are poisonous. So Ald Ruhn is a hop, skip, and a jump from Caldera, vice versa for Balmora too. Yep. Not sure why that creature decided to be aggressive, but it is what it is. Well, this is close enough. Thanks for your help. I suppose it's only fair that I give you your reward. Here, take them, though it pains me to give them. You are now the owner of the Boots of Blinding Speed. Our deal is complete, friend. You've already robbed me blind, taking my precious boots. Be gone.
If you want something, now's
She
the
is like
time.
literally barefoot now, which is funny. Wondrous boots indeed. Never seen a pair like them. Let's try them out. Oh, yes. I could get used to this reward. Oh, yeah. This is going to help tremendously. And because I'm an orc, I can still see. Resist magicka, you see. Let's take a quick rest. And once our stamina regains, I suspect we might have some shenanigans going on in this too. Because of the guar outside, the domestic guar outside. More like boots of sunglasses. Yes, in my case, they are the boots of sunglasses. So they're double good. Not only do they enhance our speed, but they also provide protection from the sun. The glare of the sun no longer affects us. That will certainly make road trips easier when we're not looking for questing. When we are just going place to place. Foul creature. That is a tanky rat. Blighted, Very least we can put down the vermin infestation in this sacred place. I knew it! I knew it! Foul beyond measure, you two. Foul beyond measure, using a tomb is a place for your petty thievery. Hopefully they've not stolen too much. These are stolen goods, so these are forfeit. That's not part of the tomb. Absolutely disgusting. At least they weren't able to steal from the tomb yet. They were just setting up. Well, that was a quick detour there, but needed to be done. All right, back on the road.
Speak quickly. Greetings, traveler. Rasha wishes you well and thinks you maybe can help him with some pressing business.
Okay, sure.
Yes, most pressing. I have, you see, a shipment of clothing, fine clothing it is, to get to Ald Ruhn. But I fear other business.
At least
draws
that's
me
where
away.
I'm heading.
Perhaps I think you and I might come to an arrangement, yes? If you will deliver Rasha's shirts, these fine, fine shirts, to Bivail Teneran, the clothier in Ald Ruhn, she will pay you for your services, and a generous woman she is. I would ask that you swear an oath to Zenithar to seal our arrangement, though. Yes. What do you think of my offer?
I will swear to Zenithar that I will deliver your shipment.
Most excellent, yes. We will both gain from this. I shall keep my good name, and you shall benefit from Teneran's generosity. Wonderful. Take care. One should not take an oath sworn to Zenithar lightly. No, never lightly.
And what is this pressing business aside?
Yes, we have made our arrangement. Now go, Oath Swearer. You must deliver those shirts for me.
Will do. We are heading that way anyway. Oh, we forgot about our friend Hyzen Deepraid. Well, we're going to come back this way when we go back to Balmora. We're going to take care of you, my friend. I'm sorry. Very sorry. We will be back, I promise. We will be back to help you. Oh, wait. Yeah, these are not what we want for combat, are they? There we go. That dadgum Argonian don't sit right with me, Marshal. Well, he is a Zenithar worshipper, so we're going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He seems okay. Alright, step one, deliver the shirts. We're looking for Bivail Teneran in Ald Ruhn. Clothier. Let's ask a guard. He doesn't seem to know anything. State your business. Okay. Let's ask.
Good day. Can I help you find your way around Ald Ruhn? Is there a specific place you're looking for?
Yes, looking for a specific place, the clothier.
The Redoran Council, the Redoran Noble Manors, and fine merchants are in the Manor District.
Okay.
All inside an ancient Emperor crab shell known as Scar. The temple is to the east, the Rat in the Pot Corner Club, and the Mages Guild and Fighters Guild to the south, and the Ald Scar Inn to the west, near Westgate and the Silt Strider Port. Through the south gate, behind the Mages Guild, look for Fort Buckmoth and the Imperial Cult Altar.
Good to know.
Roads lead south through Caldera to Balmora and north to Nisus and Mar Gan. The road to Balmora swings northwest and curves around until it heads south again. Between here and Balmora are many side paths. Watch for signposts, or you'll get lost. Silt Strider service goes to Balmora, Nisus, Hool, and Mar Gan. Guild guides at the Mages Guild teleport you to Balmora, Vivek, Caldera, and Sadrith Mora for a fee. Gnar Mok is a long, hard walk west to the coast and then south. There are no marked routes.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. That helps me out. So they literally live in a giant shell of a dead crab. These Dunmer are fascinating. I see a clothier. Is this it? It is. Since when is there a slave in Ald Ruhn Square? I think that's the Slodes Enslavers mod.
Good day, Sarah. I am Bevail Tenerin. I flatter myself that I am the finest clothier in these parts. Shall I tell you about my trade? Or would you be interested in a little work?
I can't do work right now. I'll be back later. Here are Rasha's shirts.
Ah, you've brought the shirts from Rasha. Wonderful. He does such fine work, and he sells them to me for very reasonable prices. He's a careful sort, but that's just smart business if you ask me. Thank you for your help, and here's your payment.
Thank you. Rasha's shirts?
Thank you again. Rasha does do good work, does he not?
And tell me about yourself.
I am Bevail Tenerin. How may I help you?
Not much to tell, understood. Now, Belt of Iron Will, I don't know. Yeah, Fortify Willpower, 10 points. Not something we're going to use a lot of, so we'll go ahead and offload for the 2. So that whole task was worth 2 gold.
Speak.
That whole task was worth 2 gold.
I've got better things to do, so...
Awesome.
If you don't mind, let's move this along.
Ooh, identifiable as grave goods. Okay, we'll have to turn that over to a guard then. I didn't mean to take that. But the other Hackaloaf belonged to the foul thieves that were using it as a den. So that was an easy one to mistake. My apologies. We will have to return those. That's going to be one of the things we're going to do is return those to the tomb. We'll have to remember to check that when we're in tombs with thieves and smugglers to ensure we're not grave robbing. So there's the first. The second thing is there's a famous bone mold smith here that I would like to visit and see if we can't up our arsenal that I've heard all about. And here he is. Hello there, welcome to my workshop. Here I craft various bone mold weapons and armor for the people of Ald Ruhn. Feel free to browse my wares and let me know if there's anything you would like. Tell me about bone mold. I'm sure you've seen the guards or even some other Dunmer wear it. It's a rather unique style of armor found within our homeland. Bones are collected and grinded down into bone meal before being molded and fixed into shape with resin. Interesting. Let's see what you have. So the bone mold mace is going to be better than the mace we have, substantially. So we're going to take that. Bone mold claymore is 1 to 28. Our silver weapon is 1 to 27, but it hits ghosts, so we need to keep that. Nothing we can do there. Do you have a bone mold crossbow? He does not. And then last but not least, I'd like to look at some of your bone mold armors. So 29. $33 for the bone mold open helm, which is definitely going to beat this one, so we're going to take that. Rider helm. That's interesting. Then we've got Baldurim Bone Mold Greaves. Bone Mold weaponry looks very sick. Yes, we're gonna. I'm very much 29. I saw one God Julin Bone Mold Cuirass for 31. We're gonna take that. That'll allow us to turn ours in. $28 versus Dwemer, which is 27. Okay, but it's in not great condition. And what was that? Oh, you know what? It might not be worth that. Let's go ahead and cancel this out. Let's go ahead and cancel all of this out. Outside of the mace, which I want. We need to repair our weapons before we get a true look. So let's get some hammers and do some repairs. Wow, these hammers are terrible, not gonna lie. You don't have the best use of hammers, I'll tell you, buddy.
Go ahead.
But maybe bone mold requires careful craft. Let's see here. Alright, so what's the cuirass now? Okay, 29. So it's still better, but I don't know if it's hundreds of dollars better. So, yep, we're going to call it a day here. For just a couple of points, it's not worth it. So, but I do want to see the bone mold mace. Oh, I really like that. Oh. Very cool. Very cool. And for a mace, 16 is not too bad. Yeah, 3 to 16, not terrible for a mace. Maces are pretty low damage, generally. I can live with that. Okay, next up, we are going to visit Gildan, who is our Blades agent here. Said right by the temple, yes. Hello, Gildan. Welcome, Journeyman Boggrass Grogashog. Gildan is my name. Nightblade is my trade. I'd be happy to share a little advice or Morrowind lore for a fellow Blade. Or maybe you'd like to catch up on the latest rumors. I would.
I keep tabs on Redoran's conflicts with Hlalu and Telvanni. It's fairly easy. The Redoran Council is public and above board, and they openly fund and support strikes against the rogue Telvanni bases. The dispute over Caldera with Hlalu is more subtle. Redoran feels it should jurisdiction over the ebony mines, but Hlalu and the Caldera Mining Company outmaneuvered them. Either one of those conflicts could flare into open war. Little we can do about it, but keep the Legion informed.
Well, thankfully the House War system will probably prevent that. But I appreciate it. Oh, in Blades training?
Certainly I offer basic training at low prices to colleagues, but even at my low prices, advanced training isn't cheap. Sorry, but that's the way it is. Look, can I make a suggestion?
Sure.
Go see Wayne at the Balmora Guild of Fighters. Know what a Jink Blade is? It has a Paralyze enchantment, and a Spider Blade has a Poison enchantment. They're not considered honorable weapons, and most smiths don't sell them. But they sure come in handy.
Yeah, we're not going to do that. Honor is important. All right. Well, that just leaves our current quest then, finally.
Master was right to discipline us. We are foolish.
are looking for Hassour Sabani. Welcome to Ald Ruhn, Bogras Grograshog. New here? If so, I can tell you what services are available and where. Yeah, do you know where Hassour is?
You're right. We all must do our part. Here, it's not much, but it's all I can spare.
The trader, that's him over there. Ah. Over where?
I will listen, Outlander, but make it quick. I am Hassour Sabani. May you bless and be blessed. I do not wish to be rude, but if you have business, speak it, for I am at leisure and would prefer to be alone with my thoughts.
Tell me about yourself, Hassour.
I am a retired trader. I am well-traveled and a man of letters, but I am proud of my Ashlander birth and heritage.
As you should be. So, I do have some business with you.
I see. You wish to learn of Ashlanders from me, and what is it that you wish to learn?
What are their gift-giving customs?
A curious question. A gift is a sign of courtesy among strangers, and affection among friends. Among strangers, a thoughtful gift is a sign that you are cautious and considerate and aware of the other's wants and needs. Such is particularly useful for traders and travelers. Among friends, it is a private thing and subtle, with great risks, for the test of the gift is how well it is tailored to the receiver.
And what would you consider to be a thoughtful gift?
Yes, a gift that shows you have taken the care to learn something of the receiver. For example, I love poetry. No stranger could be expected to know this, but a book of poetry given to me by a stranger shows the giver respects me and has made a special effort to know and please me. But now, I have answered your question and would like some time to myself. If you will excuse me.
I shall. Thank you. Good information to know. We need a bookseller. Thought I saw a bookstore out here somewhere. Ah, yes. Hello, Codus.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Codus Colonus, bookseller. Welcome to Ald Ruhn. What can I do for you?
Hassour Sabani, what do you know about his reading taste?
Yes, the Ashlander trader, a bibliophile. Likes poetry. I have a few such volumes here, I believe. Words of the Wind, Ashland Hymns, The 5 Far Stars, around here somewhere.
Let's do Ashland Hymns, since he comes from an Ashlander background. He might appreciate that. Good to know. I appreciate
Go
you,
ahead,
Codus.
stranger.
I'm waiting.
It's a fancy robe you have there, sir.
Yes, what is your business with me?
I have a gift for you.
This is a gift for me. I am amazed. A copy of Ashland Hymns. Simple sentiments, simply stated. I gratefully accept your gift. My people have never loved the written word, and I lament their ignorant scorn for such common yet potent magic. I thank you, and I honor your courtesy. It would please me to return your courtesy by answering your questions. What would you wish to know about the Ashlanders and the Nerevarine cult?
Ah, so let's talk about that. Ashlanders.
There is too much to tell. Here, take these notes. I've written here what you should know about the Ashlanders and the Nerevarine cult. But most of all, if you are visiting a camp, there are things you should know about courtesy and challenges among the Ashlanders. And since you ask about the Nerevarine cult, perhaps you'll be interested in my views on the Ashlanders and foreigners, because a guiding passion of the Nerevarine cult is their hatred of foreigners.
I look forward to
You
it.
have my notes.
So tell me about Ashlanders and foreigners.
Most Ashlanders wish all foreigners and their false gods could be driven from Morrowind. At very least, Ashlanders wish the foreign devils would leave them in peace. Ashlanders think it shameful to attack unarmed persons, but they will kill without hesitation an armed person who offends them or their clan laws. No Ashlander is fool enough to make war against the Empire. However, if such a war might be won, many Ashlanders might cheerfully give their lives to win such a war.
And the Nerevarine prophecies.
I have heard it said that prophecies foretell the return of a reincarnated Nerevar, who shall drive the foreigners from the Ashlands, and who shall cast down the false gods of the temple and restore the true worships of the ancestors. It is a dream that would appeal to every Ashlander, but it is thought but a silly ancient legend, and little more, by many Ashlanders, myself included.
Is that all you know?
They worship the great Ashkan and Hortator, Nerevar moon and star, who in ages past destroyed the evil, godless dwarves and banished the treacherous Dagoth-Ur and his foul hosts beneath Red Mountain. The cult is of small consequence in Ashlander worship, and only among the Urshilaku do its followers have any influence.
Ah, so not widespread.
Others Ashlanders' tribes share the sentiments of the cult, but regard the Nerevarine prophecies with suspicion and skepticism.
Good to know. Tell me more about Ashlander courtesy.
Ashlanders may challenge a stranger who enters a yurt without invitation. Customs differ with different tribes, but leave when requested, and you may be forgiven. Be particularly careful about Ashkans, tribal chiefs, and wise women, tribal seers and counselors. Some are welcoming, some are hostile. Be courteous and leave if requested. If offended, they may attack.
And these challenges?
When challenged for sport, it is acceptable to decline. When challenged for honor, it is shameful to decline. Honor challenges come from offense given in speech or action, or may represent customary formal challenges of status or ritual.
Okay. And tell me a little bit more about Ashlander worship.
All Ashlanders in a tribe, young and small, are born into the ancestor cult of their clan. The Nerevarine cult is different, though. It is a very small cult, with only a few wise women with the gift of prophecy, and a few holy warrior heroes who guard and protect the seers. Sulmatul, Ashkan of the Urshilaku, is the warrior protector of the cult, and Nibani Maisa, also of the Urshilaku, is the oracle seer of the cult.
And anything else to offer about thoughtful gifts?
Yes, I understand. Don't give it another thought. Now, what would you wish to know about the Ashlanders and the Nerevarine cult?
Where are these Urshilaku located?
The Urshilaku are the Ashlanders of the northern Ashlands and the West Gash in the northwest of Vardenfell. Ashkan Sulmatul is their chief, a brave and respected war leader, and warrior protector of the Nerevarine cult. The Urshilaku camp moves with the herds, but usually lies close to the Sea of Ghosts.
And I've been having some disturbing dreams. I would like your input on that.
Perhaps it means nothing. It is peculiar, the tall figure in the golden mask. It puts me in mind of the golden helm of the Ordinator, but that does not seem to fit the spirit of the dream. My people take careful account of dreams, but only a wise woman can tease from them their meanings.
I think that's everything.
Yes, my friend. You say you want to ask me some questions. What would you wish to know about the Ashlanders and the Nerevarine cult? Or perhaps you wish to know more about my life as a trader?
I think that's everything we need, and I appreciate you. Off we go. All right. I reached the knowledge there. Let's remedy this grave injustice, no pun intended, that we did here today. return this to the tomb. And then we'll head back to Caius. It's been an eventful couple days. We need Narmak. If possible. We have to put these grave goods back. I think we're a little lost, Ruhn.
Some hostile mud crabs dragged off one of my guar.
Oh no, okay. Oh! Well, let's hear about it.
There's a pair of them that's been hunting my guar. Just the other day, they killed one and dragged it off. They usually come from the coast to the southwest. If this keeps up, I might have to sell what I still got and move back to Tyr.
You're all the way from Tyr? You're a long way north.
It's also called Dress, since it's the home of House Dress. Too hot for me, though. It's practically an Argonia.
Okay. So we're heading toward the Narmak Trail now. Oh, hello, friend.
Your help was appreciated, friend of Rasha. It is good the shirts have been delivered. I thank you.
And you as well, friend. Yeah, Narmak, that's where we're heading. But first, we need to put these grave goods back where they belong. Did not mean to pick those up. And we will do the honorable thing. It's really dark in here. There we go. Let it not be said that Bagrush is not an honorable orc. But now we need to solve this problem. I think I saw the dead guar with the mud crabs. I think I saw. And are these your guar as well, Drulaine? I wonder about that. I think those might be her guar as well, since she's very close. Yeah, these boots, you're booking with these boots, I'll tell you. Yep, there's the dead guar. There he is. Fiends! Be gone! Might want to take the blind boots off first. Come on, Bagrush. I'm sorry. Very sorry. I didn't make it in time. Oh, we forgot about Heisen Deep Raid again. Oh, we gotta go. We gotta go back to Ald Ruhn again. I can't forget him another time. I can't. can't do it. And Drew Lane is really, really easy to lose. So there's the tomb. Okay. No, we can't forget poor Hassan again. That's Horsemouth. Oh no, are we going to be able to find this lady again? Okay, so there's him. Yeah, she's this way, okay, yeah. Okay.
Did you find the hostile mud crabs?
I did. They're dead.
You killed the mud crabs that were bothering my guar. Thank the tribunal. I might not have to move back to Tyr after all. You look tired. Can I offer you some hackalow?
I'll always take hackalow.
Here you go. After a hard day, there's nothing better than chewing some hackalow. Seems like the ones around here are all hostile mud crabs.
They seem that way. Anything else I can do for
Thanks
you,
for
madam?
your help with the mud crabs. Let me know if you need anything. I've also been having some trouble with bandits.
I know. In fact, I found your guar.
Well, I was having some trouble with bandits, but it sounds like you took care of them. Looks like I owe you some more hackalow.
I'll take it.
Here you are. Just ask if you ever need anything.
I'm glad I could deal with the bandits.
I haven't seen any more mud crabs. Thanks for asking, though. I haven't had any more trouble with bandits or mud crabs, either one.
Good to hear.
I haven't had any more trouble with bandits or mud crabs, either one.
All right. Well, thank you, madam. Glad I could be of assistance. All right. We need to get a potion for hasten debrief. And Ald Ruhn's actually closer, so we're just gonna head back to Ald Ruhn. I'm coming, buddy. I promise. I forgot about you. I'm very sorry. Let's head to the temple. I bet they have potions for curing paralyzation and common disease. We'll get both, since I'm not sure what his malady is, and it's always good to have those sorts of potions on you. Where is your apothecary? Usually they're in one of these side rooms.
Whatever you're looking for, you're new to Ald Ruhn, right? Are you looking for services in
Nope,
town?
that's an enchanter. Not looking for that.
You're in Ald Ruhn, stranger. Are you looking for someone in particular?
I need a potion of cure paralyzation and a potion of cure disease. I know it's not blight disease. Thank you. 104 gold? Really? Really? Very well.
Say what you want or go away.
We're just going to beat the ash storm, guys. Thanks to the boots and blinders, we're just going to beat the ash storm. Run, run, run. Okay, I'm going to go for a while. Hope to see you later on. Have a great Morrowind day. Definitely will, Chuck Connors. Thanks for stopping in, and yeah, we're getting ready to wrap up here in the next half hour or so. Anyway, I gotta get to some other stuff. But thanks for hanging out, man. We always appreciate it. All right, we didn't quite beat the ash storm, but we got close. There we are. And oh my god, we ran past him again, guys. I am being a terrible hero right now. We ran past that poor man again. Oh my goodness. Nines preserve us. There he is, okay.
Damned witches. Ah, filthy witch. I'll wear her bones in my beard. I'll bathe in her tears.
No, you're just gonna chill out and take a potion.
Ah, you've got the potion. Give it to me. Yes, yes, I'm free of this enchantment. Hiss in Deep Raid calls you friend. Take this, my family's helm, Ice Cap. It was worn by my father, and by his father before him. It will protect you from the coldest of nights. Wear it with honor. Now I must go kill that witch. I shall plant her head on a stake for all to see.
Just try to relax.
I need no potion now, friend. I'll feed that witch's entrails to the Nyx hounds. I can't wait to wrap my hands around the neck of that witch.
Well, best of luck with that, buddy. Hopefully I don't have to kill you later like your buddy. Well, this has been an eventful day of questing, I'll tell you all. A very eventful day. I feel like the Flash with these boots. Not gonna lie. We've literally outran the loading. That's awesome. That's how fast we are. Oops. Well, Phil would say we need a bath anyway. Wow, what an eventful couple of days. We've still got time to train some with Caius with our money. We're going to do that.
Make a quick outline.
There's.
I have knowledge to share with you.
I as well, guys.
Are you here to discuss your orders?
But
or
for
is there
now,
something
let's do a
else
little
you want?
training, my friend.
Are you here to discuss your orders? Are you here to discuss your orders? Or is there something else you want?
I'm getting closer.
Are you here to discuss your orders? Or is there something else you want?
We'll discuss orders in a second. Right now, we're going to read. And what do I want to read here? Because I've got a lot of notes here. So some of this stuff we can put up. We can go ahead and put up Alone's directions, mission to Vivek, directions to Caius. Those aren't documents. We will keep Zane Sabani's notes, and we'll keep Hulea's notes. Unnamed book is for later reading. And Undushi's Unhinging we're going to keep. We're going to keep Divine Intervention. Gem Feeder we can sell for a quick buck. We can sell the steel mace now. We're moving up in the world. But before we do anything, I'll be right back, and then we will read through the notes that Zane Subani happily gave us, and we're going to go ahead and save our game to avoid, well, let's start with a quick save. I've begun to find that's a really easy way to not run the risk of it crashing when I go to save my game. Which, there we go. And I'll be right back, and then we'll do some reading. We'll check in with Caius. And that's probably going to do it for this stream here. Be right back, guys. Okay, time to get to the bottom of this task from Caius here. So Zane Sabani gave us some notes to supplement Halea's notes. The Ashlanders are the direct descendants of the Aldmeri peoples who followed the prophet Veleth into the lands we now call Morrowind. The Ashlanders retained the modest nomadic life and simple ancestor worship of their forebears and despised the soft lives and decadent worships of their settled Great House Dunmer cultures. The wastes are harsh and unforgiving, and we are a hard people, but there is a beauty and honor in our simple lives, and the snobs of the temple and great houses are foolish to dismiss us as crude savage. I would agree with that. Most Ashlanders wish all foreigners and their false gods could be driven from Morrowind. At the very least, Ashlanders wish the foreign devils would leave them in peace. Ashlanders think it's shameful to attack unarmed persons, which he's already told us all of this. So, Ashlander courtesy, he's told us. He told us about the honor challenges, the worship, the Nerevarine cult, the Nerevarine prophecies. He told us all of this in person. So that's all we need. Is just a little bit more of what he said. So, okay.
Are you here to discuss your orders?
I am.
Or is there something else you want?
So we've talked about the Ashlanders.
I don't know much about the Ashlanders.
You're about
Most people say they are murderous savages, but most people are idiots. I know they hate their settled Dunmer cousins almost as much as they hate Westerners. They must be tough to live in the Ashlands. I don't think Outlanders can become members of the tribes. I don't know why anyone would want to.
Well, I'm here to talk about that.
Thanks for your report. But keep Zainsubani's notes on the Ashlanders.
Okay.
You'll need them. I'm promoting you and sending you to the Urshilaku camp to speak with Sulmatul and Nibani Maisa. But before you go, I think it may be time to tell you what's going on.
What's going on, Caius?
The Emperor and his advisors think you have the appearance of meeting the conditions of the Nerevarine prophecies. That's why you were pulled out of prison on His Majesty's authority and sent to me. So you could satisfy the conditions of the Nerevarine prophecies and become the Nerevarine.
Huh.
Here, this is a decoded copy of the coded package you gave me when you arrived. Read it later. It should explain everything.
So finally coming clean with me. Very well.
As you'll see in the decoded message, the Emperor and his counselors say you have the appearance of satisfying the conditions of the prophecy. Do you really satisfy the prophecy? Are you really the prophesied Nerevarine? At first I thought we were just supposed to create a persuasive impostor. Now, I don't know what to think. But I'm sure of one thing. This is not just primitive superstition, and we will treat it seriously, just as His Majesty commands.
Very well.
So, Zainsubani says Sulmatul and Nibani Maisa at Urshilaku camp are the heads of the Nerevarine cult. So I'm sending you to speak with them. Tell them your story, and have them test you against the Nerevarine prophecies. As heads of the Nerevarine cult, they can best judge whether you satisfy the prophecies. When you've spoken with them, report back to me. Here's 200 drakes for expenses. And pick up essential supplies at Fort Moonmoth.
Very well. What do you know about the Urshilaku camp?
Zainsubani says the Urshilaku camp lies close to the Sea of Ghosts, north of the village of Margan, on the northern coast of Vardenfell. The fastest, smartest way to reach Margan is to take a silt strider from Balmora to Ald Ruhn, and from Ald Ruhn to Margan. In Margan, look for a scout named Nuleno Tedas at Margan Outpost. She'll be able to tell you how to reach Urshilaku camp.
So we're heading to Margan this time. Very well. Okay, and you mentioned essential supplies?
Before you go to Urshilaku camp, see Samutis Vunis and Crulius Pontanian at Fort Moonmoth.
Okay.
I've asked them to put aside some potions and scrolls for you, courtesy of the Emperor. In particular, you'll want the cure potions. I hear the blight is very bad up north, and use the Divine Intervention scroll if you find you're in over your head. It will get you safe to an Imperial cult shrine where you can heal, refit, and try again.
Very well. All right. Let's head over to Fort Moonmoth. Well, before we do that, let's sort goods, shall we? It's time to sort some goods. This inventory is getting out of hand. There we are. Okay. I don't think we're going to need Cloud Cleaver. So we'll go ahead and drop it as well. We're just not an axe user, but that's too unique an axe to get rid of. So we are going to keep it too. There we are. Perfect. Keys we'll put on the table here, but we're going to get rid of all these keys. All these keys. We just don't need them. Just cluttering up the space. There we are. Okay. Tax record we need to return to Satanin. Next we go. That needs to go back to Sosucius. I don't think we're going to have much use for Ice Cap where we're going. So we'll just put that here for now. Although we will keep that because that will come, that 30% will come in handy. And now we're off to sell off the Hackalo and the scrolls. And we'll go and get those essential supplies real quick. We can do that. We need to reload on crossbow bolts. Those are very essential to have as well. And then we're bound north to the Urshilaku camp for next stream. That's going to be a fun trip north. Oh, boy. We'll visit our friend Claudius.
What's this about? Welcome to my shop. Here you'll find the best selection of oddments in Vodanthal. And if you need clothing or potions, we have some of those as well.
$4.90, not bad. Not bad at all. We're going to turn that into $5.50 is what I'm hoping. There we are. That's why I like Claudius. He has great prices. Very, very, very good prices. We've got our Bug Musk. We've got a Rising Force Potion. We've got a Quality Restore Fatigue. We've got a Cure Paralyzation Potion. So those are going to be nice to have. We've got an Amulet of Mighty Blows. An Amulet of Light. We can sell that.
Welcome to my
we don't
shop.
Really need that.
Here you'll find the best selection of oddments in Vodanthal.
Just a weak light spell.
And if you need clothing or potions, we have some of those as well.
Nuchius' Cursed Ring. We're gonna keep track of. I really should have put that in Caius' house too, but it doesn't weigh that much, so it's fine. Okay. Good there. Let's get some crossbow bolts.
Speak, traveler.
Let's go get a meal. ready for that too.
You're in the Razor Hole, the best weapons shop in Balmora. And you're talking to Thorek, the best smith in Balmora.
Yeah, we definitely needed some crossbow bolts. Let's see if Wayne has any as well. Yeah, we're in dire need of those. I don't care about your Degathur nonsense, dude.
I will listen.
What say you?
Not now.
If you welcome, adventurer. Looking for an equalizer? Something to give you an edge against a superior opponent?
Looking for bolts.
When you need to do a lot of damage in a hurry, you can't beat a poisoned blade.
And you don't
Try
have
my inexpensive iron spider dagger and steel spider blade, or an imperial netch blade for even more bite.
No thanks. See what the armorer has. He might have some. He does not. Although he does have some repair hammers, and we might want to take a couple of those with us too. Let's take 4, in fact. Just in case our equipment gets banged up. Those are good to have, man. Especially as good of a smith as we are. And we got 3 left, okay. And 1 that's partial used, okay. Yep, so we got our hammers, check. Inventory offload, check. Next up is to head over to Moonmoth and get the supplies. I love the boots of blinding speed, man. They're made for this Orcish character too. They are made for this guy. Holy hell. Subpoena. Here he is. Crulius Pontanian. He's
Welcome.
One of the ones we need
Can I
to
tell
speak
you
with.
about the Imperial Cult? We invite you to become a lay member.
I am going to join the Imperial Cult at some point, but right now I need essential supplies.
Kaya said you'd come by. I've chosen from my best scroll stocks. I don't know your preferences or situation, but blessings and barriers always come in handy. Purity of body sets you up amazingly in a fight. And of course, divine intervention gets you safe to an Imperial Cult shrine when all else fails. Here, they're paid for. Now, I don't know your budget, but you might also want to browse my selection for scrolls to suit your own personal style.
Thank you,
I gave
sir.
you the scrolls, but as I said, you might also want to browse my selection for scrolls to suit your own personal style.
Let's see what you have. Boy, that's going to be useful, but probably expensive. We're going to take all 5 of these scrolls of healing. Well, no, we're not, because we can't afford them all. Yeah, Purity of Body is a really good scroll. 200 points of healing is massive. Scroll of Restoration, 5 points for 30 seconds. Maybe we go with that, because that does everything. I really like... We'll have to remember to return to this guy. This guy seems pretty poggers with his scrolls. How much would those 2 cost? 540 for just 2. Man. Can you do 500? I'll take 2 for 500. Okay, cool. All right. And then the priest was the other one, I thought. Yes, here he is.
Welcome. Can I tell you about the Imperial cult? We invite you to become a lay member.
Here for essential supplies from Caius.
Yes. Caius said a friend was heading into the back country and would need some potions. I've given you cures and fortifies. There's no charge. But if you'll take my advice and you can afford it, stock up on the cures. There are no Imperial cult cure altars north of Ald Ruhn. The one at Nisus is far to the west. And we've heard many recent reports of diseased creatures and blighted creatures in the northern wilds.
So some of these fortifies I don't even use. So we're going to get rid of those. I will take the blight potions and the common disease potions, but...
I gave you the potions, but I have many other potions for sale, and all the proceeds go to support the good works of the Imperial cult.
We'll definitely trade with you then, but you don't have anything. Standard restore health potion, that's what we want. That's what we want. And you can have this back, this back, this back. We'll keep that. So cost is 105 now. Let's do 100 solid even. Good job. Okay. I think we're pretty well prepared for this now. As prepared as we're going to be. Let's get to Caius's. We'll get a good night's sleep. And when we return in the morrow...
The Line and the Empire, citizen.
Get a good bite to eat as well. And when we wake up in the morning, it will be time to begin our journey far to the north to the Ursulacan camp. Quick bite to eat here. Quick bite to eat. Oh, we can't even afford a bite to... Oh, wow. Okay. Well, then. I guess we'll go ahead and eat some bread. We spent all our money on supplies. Boy, that was kind of stupid, wasn't it? We'll go get a good night's sleep. We'll have to get a bottle. We are going to have to buy a bottle if she sells it. She does not. Yeah, because I forgot we'll need water on this trip, too. We will definitely need some water. So we're going to have to buy some bottles. We got to go to Claudius for that real quick. We got to have water. That's a must. You don't have water, you're going to die.
You like to walk a fine line, don't you?
He's going to talk to us about the Sixth House again. We don't care. Back to Claudius for bottles. And actually, I'm going to buy a couple
Welcome
of
to my
these
shop.
jugs if I can
Here
afford
you'll
them.
find the best selection of
Got
oddments
14
in
gold,
Odonta.
man. That's not great.
And if you need clothing or
I
potions,
need
we
big
have some of
jugs.
those as well.
Big water jugs is what we're looking for. What's your biggest bottles? Okay, at least we got our water. We're gonna have to sell something too. We might have to sell some of these on Whoosies Unhinging just to get some fucking water. We'll go visit Revere. I know we got a anger.
Revere
with this
knows
guy.
why you are here. You want to buy Revere's famous Daedric weapons.
No, I just need you to buy some scrolls off me. Now, I know you turned me into the police, who were a nasty narc, but I'm gonna forgive you this time. We're going to give you 3 of these so that I can get a little bit more essential supplies. No, well, I know you're not going to pay me 600 gold. Sorry about that. $110 is what I would like. Thank you, sir. Now we can go get a refill on the water. Oh my gosh, this guy in his Dagoth.
Sleepers, awake. House Dagoth.
I'm a busy guy, so if you could hurry this up.
Like, sir, enough of your proselytizing, please.
Speak, traveler.
I would like to fill up on water.
I can
So
tell.
we're going to get a hot meal. And then I want a water refill. There we are. So we got plenty of water now. We've got pretty decent stock of food. We just need to sleep. We'll eat one more time, and then it's time to journey.
Citizen.
Speak quickly, Outlander, or go away.
I will listen, Outlander, but make it quick.
I have knowledge to share with you.
Well, right now, I need to get some sleep, Caius. You'll understand. All right, onward we go. We'll go over to the road. We'll save our game. And that's where we'll call it, guys. So, as always, I appreciate you coming out. Next stream will hopefully be later on today. Once I get some real life stuff done. And we will begin our Orc Bogrush's amazing journey to the north, the Oshilaka, to finally get to the bottom of this mystery, hopefully. All right, guys. See you later, fam. Take care. Thanks so much. Oh, what's going on? Okay, there it goes. See you guys later.